Hello everyone, welcome back to MuleSoft Real-Time project, session number 26. So before going to start the session, just recap of the last session. So what we have discussed. From the last session, we have learned what is security. Okay, what is security? Next, what is authentication versus authorization. So in order to apply security policies to APIs. Okay, this is what we have seen mainly. From here, we have talked about auto discovery. Auto discovery and without proxy API. Without proxy API. So these are the major key points which we have discussed. So just go through this slide once, okay? So in the layman terms, so what is security normally? So it's like protection. So we are protecting, suppose you are going to keep a password for mobile or home. Home in the sense it's like we are locking, right? Okay. So everything. So that is called protection. Next. So security, it will be two types. So one will be authentication and one is authorization. Whenever you are going to identifying of the users, or if you are going to access some services or resources by using username and password, that is called authentication. Next, authorization is nothing but it's like granting the permissions. Suppose there are 6 or 7 people who are working in one organization. So admin has access to provide uh, some websites, or he is going to access, right? Okay, he is going to granting, okay, he is going to give permissions. Suppose if you are going to take a loan or something, okay, so you will apply a loan, but the loan manager has to approve, okay. So everyone has different access, so we will give that, okay, the admin, okay. So that is called authorization, granting permissions and access rights to authenticated users, okay. Before, if you want to get authorization, so we need to get authentication. So that is what we have discussed yesterday. And how to apply security for APIs. We need to log in into any point platform and API manager, or any point manager. So you need to create an API. So once you create an API, you'll get the API instance ID. So you need to copy that instance ID and you have to go to your corresponding project and you have to select auto discovery option. There you need to provide this API ID, and we need to get client ID and secret ID from access management tab, and go to your pom.xml and need to modify the below two configurations. Push your code into your repository and deploy the code into Cloud Hub by using Azure pipelines. So once it is active, once the status is active, you can apply security policies. So we have talked about basic authentication and rate limiting policy. Okay. In today's session, without proxy API, without Proxy API, how to apply security. What is the difference between Proxy API and without, okay? Without proxy. Next, finally, we are going to talk about secure properties, okay? This is another topic. Properties, secure properties, okay? Secure properties. How to encrypt and decrypt the, how to encrypt how to encrypt and how to encrypt and decrypt username or password, okay? In the last session we have seen these are the major points, okay? These are the points which we have discussed. See, in order to apply any security, so what we need to do? We need to log in into any point platform. Here we need to select API manager. So security is very, very important. Now, even interviews, even though in the real-time world. So without providing the security, so everyone can access our APIs. So that is the reason we are going to secure our APIs. It's like we are protecting. For authorized people only can access this. Okay, go to API manager. Now click on add API, add new API. So here we need to select Mule gateway. Okay. So yesterday we have discussed about proxy type. Okay, this one, the basic endpoint without proxy. Now here, if you observe, deploy a proxy application. See, just read it out here. Connect to your API to Mule application using auto discovery. So here we need to again go to Anypoint Studio, and we have to copy that API instance ID. We need to get client ID, and these are the steps we need to follow. Okay, these are the major steps we need to follow, and the major difference I will show you. Okay, once it get complete. You can go to Runtime Manager. Customer account lock or unlock. Okay. Okay, this one we have done. Okay, now just observe here. Just make a note of this. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are, just observe carefully. There are 7 services. It is running. Okay, there are 7 services. Here we can see. Just I'll make a note here. So how many services are running in Runtime Manager? Before applying. Okay. Okay, come to any point platform. Okay, how to apply? How to apply without proxy So you have to select this option and click on next, and you have to provide downstream and upstream URL. And so once it is registered, you have to take that API instance ID and those kind of things. So that is what we have discussed in the last session. You can go through that video once. Okay, now in today's session, we're going to talk about deploy a proxy application here. Okay, click on this one, click on Cloud Hub. Okay, so here proxy application name. Okay, so ViTech. So for which application you want to use it? Okay, the application name just ViTech. So here I want to provide check balance. Okay, so there is another API. It's for customer check balance, correct? Go to settings, click on this one. So you'll get the URL. Okay, just copy this. Yesterday in the last session, we have discussed about API lock and unlock, correct? So we have to provide the username and password, then only it is going to work. See, now authorization, authentication attempt failed. See, authentication. So you'll get the 401. So it's like authentication is nothing but it's like verifying the username and password. Okay, cool. So today we are going to take another API that is called check balance. Okay, ViTech. Check balance. Okay, proxy API. Okay, simply I'm going to provide one name here. Okay. Now click on next. So here you need to select which API you want to provide as security. Just observe here. Check balance. Click on next. So base path. No need to select anything. Proxy version latest. Okay. This will be fine. Click on next. See here. The downstream URL you want to provide. Okay. What is our URL? Next. Click on next. Save and deploy. Okay. See, upstream URL automatically it is taken. Okay. Save and deploy. See here. It is now it is in a unregistered status. Okay. Unregistered status. But if you go without proxy, what we need to do, you will get the API instance ID. So you have to take this API instance ID and you have to go to our project and we have to do, right? Okay, this is another way. Just wait for few minutes. So what it will do, API proxy, right? Okay. So we have already one API, it's in a runtime manager. On top of this, automatically it is going to create. See here, ViTech check balance proxy. So there is a proxy application. Automatically, it is going to deploy on behalf of this service. On behalf of this service. So that is the difference. But if you go without proxy, there will be always only one service for customer lock and unlock. See, this is for without proxy. Now, if you observe customer check balance, this one is the check balance. So without disturbing existing service, okay, on top of this, it is going to create one more service. Observe here. See, automatically it is deployed. So how it is deploying? Because we have selected as Proxy API. So we are not going to do any changes. Either we didn't copy any client ID, secret ID, auto discovery. So we are not doing anything. Okay. Without disturbing this one, automatically it is deployed. So that's what it is happening. Just observe. So that is the major difference, guys. So this one is an important interview question also. So what is the difference between Proxy API and without Proxy API? You have to answer for this. Okay. So with Proxy API, without Proxy API, we'll take the instance ID and we are going to create auto discovery and we'll provide the security for original endpoint. Okay. So this is our original service, original endpoint. But if you go with Proxy API on top of original API without disturbing, so it will create another endpoint and another deployment also. Okay. This is our existing and this is our new one. So that's the major difference. If you go here, schedule Proxy API, right? Just click this one. Okay. HTTP. Okay, fine. It's going to work. It is deployed. See now, above one is original one. This one is proxy. Proxy check balance, Proxy API, bank customer check balance. They automatically it is created. Now go to any point. Okay, go to API manager. Just wait for still it is showing like your API was successfully deployed. Okay. Still the status is unregistered. Just do refresh or see automatically it is active now. Okay, after some time. So you no need to do anything. See here, you can get the proxy URL here also. So if you observe this one, okay. See the previous one, there are some settings, but that is depends on your organization, which one you need to use. Either you can go with Proxy API or you need to use without proxy. So that is the reason I have explained two ways. Do practice for these two types. Okay. Now Proxy API, this one. So how to apply security? So in the left hand side, we do have policies, correct? Policies. So before going to apply security, just I want to test this one. Okay, just I want to test whether it is working or not. We'll see. Proxy, right? Okay. New request. Proxy API check balance. See, if you go with Proxy API, so the URL also will get changed. See earlier, see this one also will work, but even though, so we are not going to provide original URL with the end users. So you have to share with this one, okay, proxy one. So if you go with without proxy, URL will not get changed. So we can use the original URL. Okay. Now proxy API. Okay. So I'll see the definition. So what are the configurations it is required for this? Not configurations, the input and output. Okay, check balance. There is a get API. All our query parameters. Okay, let me take simply this one. I'll change the URL. That's it. What are the things we need to pass? HDFC, savings, and account number. Let me take this account number. ICICI. See, this one is normal URL. Okay. Account does not exist. The bank HDFC. Okay, cool. No worries. Anyway, we are able to access this API. Now, what we need to do, we need to provide proxy. For the proxy URL only, you are going to provide a security. Okay. Just observe here. Okay, now it is working. Okay, 404 resource path is not found. Let me check. Check balance proxy API. Okay. Resource not found. This is what we are trying. Check balance. No listener for this endpoint. Okay, it is not able to access this. Okay, let's see. Implementation URL. Check proxy API. Okay. Consumer endpoint. Upstream we have given. Okay. So here we have consumer endpoint. Let me provide this one also. Save and apply. So before going to provide security, make sure whether your URL is working or not. Okay. API slash. Okay, still it is deploying. Let's wait for a few seconds. So ViTech. So okay, which method we need to follow? Okay, 1 minute. So that is important, right? Okay, this one is get method only. Check balance, it is a get method. So this is our original API. Okay. Your API is being deployed. Okay, we'll see. So here left hand side we do have policies. So we have already discussed, okay, how to select the policies. So here you can select if you want to apply basic. You know what is basic authentication? It's like you are going to create your username and password. Okay, ViTech. Okay, something like this. You are going to apply. So as soon as if you apply, okay, the user has to provide username and password, then only they can able to access. Okay, we'll see once it get deployed. We'll try to access this one first and we'll see now. See, compared to previous one, this one is simple. I mean, no need to create these properties and no need to apply. Okay, no need to apply auto discovery option also. Okay. But the thing is, it will create another entry in your API manager. Proxy API. Your application started successfully, but still it is deploying. No listener for endpoint. Resource not found. It's updating still. We'll see. The implementation URI consumer endpoint. Okay, this one is different. Clash API. Resource not found. This one is giving bad request. Okay. Okay, your API was successfully deployed. Mhm. This one is giving bad request because we are not providing any input. Okay, that's fine. But the same thing we are expecting from here also. Resource not found. So consumer endpoint, it is an optional. Okay, whether you can keep or you may not. But okay, upstream, right? This is upstream. Upstream, you are also lock or unlock. Adjustable. So where is this implementation? Okay, wherever implementation URI it is available. Implementation URI. Okay, I think this one. So how are we going to access? See, for all the APIs, okay, go to develop lock or unlock account. See, you have to provide up to this part, up to API. We have to, okay, this is our original API. After that, you need to add /API, /API. Okay, /API, we need to provide. Okay, we'll see once again. Okay, /API, it is available now. Now go to Proxy API. So this is our Proxy API. So in this Proxy API, no need to provide /API. Okay, because we have already configured up to API part. So what it will do? Okay, let me take it here. So we have provided /API. So this entire part, it is going to proxy. I mean, it is going to mark with some ABC XYZ proxy. Okay, this entire part. See, whatever we are going to use instead of this, we are going to use ABC XYZ proxy. After this, whether you need to check balance or create an account. Okay, check balance or create account or whatever the resource path that is available, we are going to use it. Okay, so this is how it will work. Now we have updated. This is our proxy. We'll see now. Still we're getting check balance error. So let's get the API was updated successfully. Mhm. actions. Okay, let me delete and create from beginning. We'll see. Let me delete this also. So this is the proxy one. So I can go to add new API, Mule gateway, deploy proxy application, select Cloud Hub, proxy name. Okay, ViTech, check balance, proxy API. I have to select check balance here. Okay, base path not required. Okay, click on next. Okay, upstream URL. Okay, here we need to provide your URL here /API. Okay, click on next. Click on save and deploy. See, as soon as if you create, okay, so it is going to deploy in a runtime manager. It's going to deploy in runtime manager. Okay, it is in unregistered state. So it should come as active state. See, in this case, we are not touching any code here. Okay. So meanwhile, let's go to sprints and we'll see. Okay, this one also completed. Doing, just mark the status as completed. Done, done. Yum units are done. We are working on security. Create proxy and without proxy APIs. Secure properties. Okay, it is starting now. It will take some time to get a deploy for the very first time. Just wait for that. So next topic. Okay, so once it is deployed, okay, it was deployed successfully. 4.8.680. Okay. So we take check balance proxy API. Your application is started successfully. Okay, cool. We'll see. It's going to. It is active now. So whether this one is working or not, we'll see now. So no need to provide /API here. What is the endpoint? Check balance. Okay, bad request. See, this time it is coming properly. Correct. Now let me take this URL. Okay. Now this is our proxy URL. Now go to Thunder client or Postman. Okay. Just try this. See, your account does not exist. See, whatever it is, your account does not exist. At least it is try to hit the service and it is getting the data. Okay, login attempt failed. You have attempt left is 2. Okay, cool. Okay. Now anyone can access this one. So okay, before going to provide a security, so anyone can access. I'll give you correct username and password. I'll give you in a chat also. So before implementing a security, 3344. You have only one attempt left. Okay, let me see. Okay, whatever it is, either you are able to access or not. Okay, that is the question. Maximum attempts reach. Okay. I pinged you in the chat. Can you try same URL and please confirm in the chat box, okay, whether you are able to access or not before going to implement a security. So meanwhile, I'll take this. Okay, anyway, this is get URL. So get URLs are going to work. Okay, so get URLs will work in a browser. Even the browser also see account temporarily locked. Please visit a nearest branch for ICIC. Okay, now it is active status. So how to apply policy? Okay, that's very simple. Just see, let's say go to policies. Okay, click on add policy here. Type basic authentication. Click on next. Now I'm going to provide so ViTech Talks. Okay. So password I'm not going to reveal now. Okay. Password I'm not going to reveal. It's working. It's working. Okay. Cool. Apply policy. Now the same URL. See, I didn't change anything. Just observe. I'm trying to hit. See, you are getting 401 unauthorized. 401 unauthorized access. See here. Now what we need to do? We can go to authentication, basic authentication. ViTech Talks. So here you need to provide, okay, again, you can hit the same URL guys from your system also. And please confirm in the chat box whether you are able to access or not. So this time, what is the error you are getting? It is going to ask username and password might be. Here you need to provide your username and password. Authentication attempt failed. Yes. There was no security context. It's asking for username and password, correct? I will see ViTech Talks. User password. So I'm going to give test @1234. Okay. T caps. ViTech Talks. So which username and password we have selected? We'll see. Basic authentication. Just remove the policy. We'll try. So okay, it's a temporary lock. Okay, go to advanced option. If you want to apply for all, okay, we can do this. Okay, cool. Change your password. Okay, 401 authentication failed. See here now, I have given the username as, okay. See if you don't provide correct username and password, you will get the 401. Okay, you will get the 401. So now I have changed to my username as ViTech and password also ViTech. So now you guys can try with this username and password. So it's called basic authentication. Okay. So even you can change it number of times here. You can go to API manager and you can change it. That's gonna work. Now there is one more policy we need to apply, right? Okay. Click on add policy. So rate limiting policy. Just type rate. Select the rate limiting here. So autoplay this one, okay. Number of requests, okay. As for testing purpose, I'll keep it as 2. Time period 1 minute. Within 1 minute, it has to accept only 2 requests. 1 minute, 1 minute to request. Okay, let me apply. So as soon as if you apply, you can go to your, see it is asking username and password. Okay, we'll sign in. Don't save. So either you can test it via Postman or Thunder client, or see, we are getting the error. Quota has been exceeded. Okay, quota has been exceeded. So even you can try the same. See 429, too many requests we are getting. Okay, that's called rate limiting policy. So if you want to avoid network traffic, suppose within 5 seconds or within 1 minute, you are getting too many requests. So how to avoid that? Okay, so by using rate limiting policy, you can configure. So now I'm going to make it as 20, time period is 1 minute. Okay, so within 1 minute, more than 20 requests, if it came to my API, it will give the 429 status code, 429 status code, too many requests. Again, after 1 minute, it will allow 20 requests. Okay, it will allow 20 requests. So as of now, I didn't change anything. Okay, we'll see. See, after 2 requests, you are getting this error. So until 1 minute, you will get the same error if anyone access. Okay, like that we have configured. Okay, so this is about rate limiting policy. I hope you have understand both the ways. One is without proxy and with proxy. If with proxy, you have to provide the URL up to API. Okay, slash up to API you have to provide. Okay, then your proxy API no need to provide the API. Okay, slash API and all in the resource path. So that is the major difference. And also it will automatically create one more service. So now how many services here we have talked about? Okay, any point manager, right? Let's go to dev. So what is the count? 7, right? Now if you see, it will be 8 because, okay, 3, 6, 7 and 8. Okay, 3, 6, 7 and 8. So this one is newly created on top of your service. Okay, these are the key points. You can make a note and you have to explain in your interviews. Okay. So security, it's completed. Now, what is secure properties? See, properties means, okay, again, we'll go to here. So these are all called properties, right? Okay, these are called properties. Account name, warehouse, database name, schema, username, password, role. So again, here, how to secure your properties? See here, everyone will get to know what is my username and password, correct? So I want to secure this. I want to secure this username and password. Here, I want to encrypt. Okay, there is a mechanism. It's called encrypt. So there are 2 ways we can do that. Okay, so by using online, I'll explain. Okay, so that's very simple. We can do that. Okay, suppose here, if you want to connect with Snowflake, we need a username and password. In our real time, they are not going to password these kind of things like username is wait is school 10 and your password is test@1234. So this way, it's like data breach. So anyone can identify this username and password and they can hack. So that is not the case. So how we are going to do that we will see now. Okay. See, policies, it is over from the last session and today's session. So this is new topic. So how to secure your properties. Okay. So once this is done, then we do have only one user story, that is for exception handling. Once it is completed, then almost our project is gonna complete. Our project is gonna complete. And there are few pages, see. So if you see latest design, we are storing into Snowflake. There is another integration, it is available. It's like we need to store the data into Azure and we need to send SMS. Okay, not only email, we need to send SMS also. So that we will talk about in a phase 2. So not now. And once entire project is completed, okay, we have to provide a demo as part of Sprint-3 with the client or product owner. Then we can close the series. Okay. Now let's talk about secure properties. Secure properties. So what you can do is, before implementing, just try to understand MuleSoft secure properties generator. Okay. If you click this one, see, just try to understand. I'll give you this link. Secure properties. So what we are doing here? So we are going to encrypt our password. So here the key is same. Okay, the key you are going to keep it as the key and value. Okay, the key and value what we can keep. Okay, I'll keep suppose MuleSoft project is my key. The value suppose just at the rate 1234. Okay, so here key is also important. Okay, so you can keep key as okay dollar at the rate slash suppose this is your key MuleSoft project dollar at the rate key. Now this is your okay, just you can assume this is your password. Click on generate. Error encrypting invalid is key length will be 20 bytes. Okay, I'll go with Blowfish. Okay, see there are many algorithms. Okay, you can choose any one. See this time we are getting the encrypted one. See, I'll share this. I can share this with anyone. I can share this with anyone. But if they want to decrypt, they need to know my key and password. So they have to know 1 minute. Let me write it here. Key value. So okay. So instead of going to share this text at the rate 1234, I'm going to share this one. Okay. So again, just observe instead of encrypt, I'll go with the decrypt. So the algorithm is Blowfish. Okay, this is my value. Suppose someone is shared the value as this one, but you don't know the key. So you don't know the key. Okay, you will type something. See, you'll get an error. Okay, you'll get an error. Suppose you have missed. Okay, you know up to MuleSoft project. Just try to understand. See, no property added, such as bad key is unauthorized during. Okay, so now if you provide correct key value, correct key, then only they can able to decrypt. You got it? So first what we are trying by using key value. Okay, this key we are going to keep it as secretly. Okay, so we are not going to share this key with anyone. Okay, so key you have to provide. Okay, you can create your own keys. You can create your own keys. This is my password. And also here you have to understand what is the algorithm they are following. Suppose instead of Blowfish, if you go to another algorithm also, you cannot decrypt. See, wrong key size. Something like this you will get. Okay, something like this. So again, I'll write something. Welcome @1234. Okay, just try to understand. See, you are going to decrypt. You are going to decrypt. There is no value here. Okay. First, what we need to do? We need to encrypt. Correct. So this encrypted value, you have to provide here, and you have to change the decryption. So in our real time, they are not going to share this username and password. So they will give only this type of values. What they will do? They will give this type of values. Okay. So how to use these values? Okay. First, what we will do? We can encrypt our username and password. Test @1234. First, we'll see encrypt. Okay. Decryption we'll see later. See, as many times if you generate, you will get the same output only. Just go to secure properties website. So here you have to provide encryption. Algorithm you can select. Okay, as of now I'm selecting Blowfish. See, every algorithm there are some set of rules. Okay, so you have to provide the key as something like 20 bytes or 15 bytes. Okay, that's what you have to provide. So this is our username. Sorry, password. Test @1234. Correct. Test @1234. Now I want to hide my username also. Encrypt Blowfish. Okay. This one is for password. This one is for username. The security and the security, all the concepts are very, very important. So even for interviews, they will ask like, okay, how we are going to add your secure properties, how you are going to apply your securities. Okay, that's very, very important. Okay. Now, see, not only username and password, suppose sometimes if you are going to access third-party URLs, okay, third-party URLs or warehouse name, database name, everything, account name you want to, see here also, right? I don't want to display my email ID here. So what you can do, see, you can encrypt. You can encrypt, but this key always, see, if I change my key, right? Okay, 345. So if I want to decrypt, I need to use same key, then only it is going to decrypt the value. That you have to remember. Okay. So this is very important. The key what you are keeping for encryption, you have to remember always. This key is very, very important. Okay. Now you know the value and you can able to encrypt. So this is called encryption. So decryption again, okay, it's like decoding with the previous value. Okay. Okay, now we have encrypted, okay, by using Blowfish algorithm. So this also you can remember. So now you know, suppose you can assume I have given this one, password and username. So how you can understand, so what is my username and password? So that is very difficult. So that is the reason. So even system also doesn't understand. So even the system also need key. Okay. So value it is not required, even though if you have key and these are the values, I mean encrypted values, you can able to decrypt it. Okay, you can able to decrypt this. Okay. Now what to do? Just go to, just you can go to your configurations. So here we need to replace. So here we need to replace. Just a second. Okay, I'm back. Actually, I was getting a call. Okay, fine. So now what we need to do, you can go to source main resources. You can go to source main resources. Here you can go to my config dev lock or unlock, right? Okay. So you can take any, you can take anyone. I mean any service. Okay, that will be fine. So here you need to provide your username. So what is your username here? Our username is, see, we make sure before going to implement whether this is username or password. Please double check. So or else we will get the connectivity issues again. Okay, weight is equal 10. Okay, this is our username only. Okay, cool. Now what you can do is you can copy paste this username. So this is our username. Password. Password is this one. Okay. Now go to this password. See, if you want to encrypt for all, right? Okay. So you can do that. There is no limitation here. Okay. There is no limitation. So now make sure wherever you are using username and password, you can go to that particular location. Snowflake configuration, click on edit. Click on edit. So there is one more interview question. How do you access secure properties? How do you access secure properties? See, username and password. How we are accessing? db.sfc.user, right? So here, before this, what you need to do? Just you need to make sure you need to type secure double colon. So this is very, very important. So because these are all secure properties, correct? Secure colon. So whenever you see in your organization, okay, with this username and password as secure colon colon, so that means those are all secure properties. So how do you access? How do we access secure properties? See, even most of the people are not able to answer for this silly question. Okay. The guys are keeping 3 years of experience or 5 years experience, but they are not able to answer for this. Okay. But this is very, very important. Okay. Even though it is very simple. That's why if you practice this one, you can able to get it. Okay. Now, first one, you have to encrypt it and you have to replace into myconfig.yaml here. Okay. Just to save it and add the properties before that secure double colon. See, that is what you have to do. Okay. Secure. Now go to global config. Where is this global element, right? Okay. Yeah. Here, type the configuration properties. Anyway, we have already configured the properties. Okay. If you are not yet done, so what you need to do, you have to select this file. Okay. Suppose if you are doing for very first time, you can assume configuration properties. So here you need to select that file. Here you need to select this. So this you know already. Okay. So up to this part, you are already aware of this. Okay. You have to select this and give OK. Now go to message flow or global elements itself. Okay. Click on create. See, one is for configuration properties. Now just type secure properties. Secure properties. So if it is not available here, what you can do, or else you can type here, or see automatically whenever you are going to search, right? Automatically it will go to search and exchange. It will go to search and exchange. Secure. Okay, here also we are getting basic secure only. Now you can go to search and exchange. Okay, just click on this button. Okay, as soon as if you click this one, you can able to see this dialog box. Here you can type secure. So here you can see MuleSoft. Okay, Mule secure configuration. This is very important. You have to add this one. You have to add this. Okay, click on finish. Click on finish. Okay, there is an error occurred. Okay. Failed to collect dependencies. Okay, okay, okay. So what is the issue? We'll see. So, okay, what I will do, let me close this and we'll try. Okay, go to project and clean the projects. Let me close it and we'll try one more time. See how to add secure properties. So that's very simple. So first step, we need encrypted username and password or anything. I mean, not only username and password, the URL. Okay. So if you want to configure all the values, you can configure it as a secure. Now, in the secure properties, you need to add secure double colon your configuration names. Then go to global elements and find secure properties. If you don't find, what you can do, secure properties. Secure properties. If you don't find, go to exchange. Go to exchange and type as secure. Okay. Go to exchange and type as secure. And we need to configure the secure properties. We'll see how to configure that. Let's give right click, run as administrator. We'll see. So first try to search here like secure properties. So if you are unable to identify here, so what you can do, you can go to message flow. Here we do have search in exchange. Just click this one. I mean this option. Okay, I'll show you. Search in exchange. Okay. Search in exchange. So here you need to type secure. Okay, secure. So here you need to select Mule secure configuration property. Okay, first option. Click on add. Don't go with the latest version. Okay, there are some issues. Okay, I think still it is in a development phase. Might be go with 1.2.6. Okay, click on finish. So once that is done, so what you can do, you can create here. Go to global elements and type secure. So what happened? Let me check. Form.xml. Okay, I have added my dependencies for this. Might be that is the reason. secure. Okay, we have to select 1.2.6. So it should get download. Okay. Okay, this is for lock or unlock. Okay, I'll try for another one. I'll go to so this is for check balance. Okay, so even though that is also fine. Let me try here whether we are able to download or not. Secure, Mule secure. Okay, 1.2.6. See, so this project it is working. Okay, there might be some issues with my project. Okay, so whatever I have selected earlier. So here you can able to see secure properties. Here you can able to secure properties. Okay, we'll implement for this. Okay, we'll implement for this project. Let me take this, or else here I'll make it as previous one. Okay, V8 is cool, right? V8 is cool. 10. I start the rate 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So close all. So earlier we have tried for customer account lock or unlock functionality. Okay. So here there are some issues. I'll take a look into it. Okay, later. So now I have selected another project. So here, if you don't find in the global properties, just go to Exchange and type the secure so that you can able to add secure properties here. And the very first important thing, okay, go to source main resources. Configuration file. So here we need to change your username and password. Username. So password. Okay, now go to global elements and create secure properties config. So this is very important. So here you need to select the file, which file you want to add it. Okay. .yaml or properties. Okay. So there are no files it is matching. Okay, now earlier we do have dot properties also. Just remove this dot properties. Our configurations will be available in YAML file. Click on OK. Now see how the system is going to decrypt without key. Okay. So that is the reason what we need to do. You can provide your key name here. Encoding not required. Okay. See algorithm. It's very important. Blowfish. Okay. Blowfish. Automatically it will take the value So this secure properties internally, it is going to encrypt or decrypt. Okay. So again, so this configuration is very important. Secure properties config. You need to select the file and you need to provide the key and we need to provide the algorithm and you need to select the mode, which mode we have selected earlier. Okay. CBC is default one. Okay. Just keep it. Now click on OK. Now go to Snowflake configuration. Click on edit. The most important thing. So here, how to access secure properties? You need to use secure double colon. Like, see, after defining the secure value here, okay, secure colon colon db.sfc.user. Okay, so this is the major difference between normal configuration with secure properties. So let's try to use test connection. So okay, could not obtain the connection from data source. We'll see. Okay, it's unable to read the values. Let's go to configuration. So here we are defining, right? Okay, username and password. So this one. See how the system will get to know which one is secure properties and which one is unsecure properties. Okay, so this is very, very important. So in order to define secure properties, dollar, okay, sorry, not dollar, exclamatory mark, okay, exclamatory, this braces you have to provide. Now again, so how you will get this symbol? Shift 1. Okay, if you press shift and 1, okay, you will get this symbol. Okay, exclamatory, and like this you need to define. Okay, let's see now. So this is the we need to define. Okay, this is very important. So I'll write it here. How to define secure properties in YAML file. Okay. This one is sample by using this. This is very, very important. Okay. Now, after defining, you can go to again global elements. You can click on edit here. Click on test connection. We'll see. Okay, now see, test connection is successful. That means you are able to successfully read the values from secure properties file, and your secure properties configuration is going to encrypt and decrypt the values. Okay. Now click on OK. Let me try to test. Just run here. Just run this project. See, there is no much difference with the previous one and now. So here we are securing. Okay. There is no impact with the flow. Okay. Only it is related to security. It's related to security. The flow will work as expected. Okay. Okay, the endpoint is already ready. Okay, so once it is deployed, we are going to test that. So again, what are the steps we need to follow? So first, we need to encrypt by using any algorithm. So the key you have to remember, and you have to add secure properties by using secure keyword. And the secure properties, go to exchange and you can type secure. Okay, you can type secure and download the dependency for that. Secure and download or add and add dependency. Add dependency. Then you have to define like this. So this is very important. Now go to global elements and search secure properties. There we need to configure. We need to configure algorithm and key. So that's very important. Just try to practice once. If you have any issues, please comment in a comment box. Okay. Next we'll see. Okay, it is deployed now. Just try to hit this URL. See, we are getting the response, even though if we have modified your configuration. Yeah, that's it for today. Thanks for watching this. Happy learning.